Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Spade Adventurers. Welcome back to another video on SpadeGalzProductions gaming and unboxing channel, where I'm the creator and owner of not just this channel, but also SpadeGalzOriginal, being Jake Spins. We've got Girl of Cyclones, Quincore Florali, and vlogs as well that you can all check out. We are back on Sword Art Online Fatal Frame. Now, I don't know if my first video of this will actually go up, where I made a character named Icicle, but I'm going to explain that in a quick second. What I am going to say is there's a reason why I have the GOC gear on, the Girl of Cyclones hat, as well as the Caravit's tee, which was one of the first t-shirts that I've ever made. It's like the second t-shirt, which I think is pretty awesome. So I decided to wear it because of something you'll see in a moment. But I found out, okay, so this loading screen glitch, it's very specific. Now, if you've seen it on Twitter, you'll know I was having some loading screen problems, and I found out that if you use too much customization, then it enacts this glitch to where a loading screen is infinite, which I know it's pretty dumb, but I've contacted Bandai Namco. Other people that have had this problem have contacted Bandai Namco, but here's the thing. I want to play this game, so I had an idea. I want to go into the character customization, and I want to make a specific character from Girl of Cyclones. Now, the reason I want to do that is because when I was making Icicle, I found a certain hairstyle that I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for Miytria. And I woke up this morning, and I was like, I wish I could play Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, but there's so many customization options that I want to use. And then I thought, but I won't have to do that much customization when it comes to Miytria. They've got the hair. I don't need to do makeup. I don't need to do any decals. So that's what we're going to do. And something that I should have done before I started recording is getting my reference picture out. And what my reference picture is going to be is, you guys know the Christmas art that I did for Miytria? Well, she has, from that model, I made her a regular outfit, which when I saw it, I cried in joy. I almost cried, pretty much. Because I was so happy with my progress. I for once could say, I love the way this turned out. It was perfect in my opinion, in my eyes. I saw it as, this is the perfect model, which is what you want to strive for when you're making characters. So I'm going to pull her up so that I can go and have the features as accurate as possible. Of course, you can't pick the outfit, but that does come with gear, which you can change later. So, if this does work, I will be trying to go for a gear set more suited to her outfit, which would probably be kind of hard to find. As you can see, I made quite a few versions of Icicle, and I tried a lot. I tried like 3 different times. This one wasn't an exact replica, but you can see certain things, like the leg thickness. I didn't change that in this one. So you can see different stuff like that, and hopefully they're able to fix it so that I can play as that character. But for now, we're going to try to see, can we make Miytria in this Girl of Cyclones, or this SAO game. So first off, she is, for the diameter, she is at least in the thousands, which I make these characters in 1,500, so she is 1,160, which means she realistically, she wouldn't be that tall. So I was gonna say number 2, but maybe she, you know what? Because I don't want 4 or 5. I'm kind of in the middle on 2 or 3. You know what? I think she'd be around average height for a female. That's pretty average. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, so here's the body type right now. I think it works. So I'm not going to change the head size, even though the characters, the way I draw them, they do have the specific character head. So I'm going to explain the two main things that will really make this stand out is for Miytria, she has the blonde specific hair that is in this game, but she also has, for her eyes, I want to make them very cute, very doe-like, because that is just the type of character that she is. So I'm not going to worry about head size, neck length, neck thickness. That's not anything that I'm going to worry about. Shoulder width might come into play, but we are going to change a few other diameters, like on the chest. But so this is the biggest that you can make the chest. I don't really see that as necessary to make it that big. I'm gonna say maybe a 5. 5 would probably work pretty decently, in my opinion. We're not worried about stuff like arm length, because I don't want to change too many things, because that's what got me into the problem in the first place. So stuff like arm thickness and arm length. Actually, you know what? Let's change. So it's -6 right now. So, okay, so up makes it bigger. So it's negative. I mean -6. Yeah, -6 is pretty good. Hand size, I feel like it's pretty proportional, so we're good on that. Things I do want to change though. When I originally made her, I wasn't really thinking of proportion sizes. And, you know, I was like, okay, I can make her a little bit bigger. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to make her a gymnast. And then I made the second model and she was way too skinny. And then I made this third model and she was more of the slightly more petite in the center. So we're going to try to aim for that a little bit more. So right now, normal height 165. So as you can see, when we lengthen that, it goes up a little bit. So I don't think it's really that necessary to go as high as 10. Maybe like 7 and then go 2 down maybe. I mean, that looks pretty decent. We can probably lower that by 1. Reset the camera. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty decent figure. Torso thickness, we just changed that. Waist size. I mean, I'm gonna keep the waist size the same. She doesn't really have any specific characteristic in that department, so we don't really need to change that. Leg length, I'm not gonna change that. I feel like leg length is fine. She's decently tall right now, so I mean that's not the worst. Okay. It's not going to be that accurate, because this is the first time I'm trying to make her in any type of game, so hopefully it'll translate decently. And I think for the leg length, or leg thickness, so you can make it like that small. I don't think it should be that small, or you can make it that big. So I think I'm going to want to have it like, her have like thinner legs, because she is a faster character, so faster characters usually would have a more petite body. So here we go. So this is what the framework is. I mean, it's not going to be perfect because, again, it is the first time I'm making this character. So here we are at the doe eyes. So that's mainly what it's going to change. So, I mean, those are pretty cute. No. Okay, 3's a pretty good candidate. I mean, granted, we can change the eye color, but I feel like 3 kind of works because it has a nice attractiveness to it, but it also has this slight innocence to it. 4 is the doe eyes that I was kind of thinking about. The difference between 4 and 5. Okay, so probably right now 5 or 3. Okay, so I'm thinking either 3 or 5 at the moment. So those are 2 good ones. 6 is pretty decent. 7, no. 8, no. 9. 10. Not too bad, but it has a kind of sadness to it. We can change the eyebrows, though. 13 was the set one. 16. 17. I don't know, 17. But I feel like that's more of an attractive eye than a cutesy eye. Okay, so I was saying 17 could be an option. It kind of fits. What other ones did I say? 17, 16 might work. 10 might work. And I think the only other ones were, no, not 2. 1 and 5, was it? No, it was 3 and 5. It was 3 and 5 that that were. So 5's pretty good. Yeah, and I think it was 17 that I said. Kind of worked. I do like that second shimmer being there. So I think maybe we'll go with that for now. And if I want to, I can change it. There we go. I found it on right away. So this is kind of what Miytria's hair would look like. This is the closest to it. Granted, it's not as wavy on the bottom because Miytria's hair goes from like a thickness to like a more lighter strand that just hangs off of her chest. And this one kind of lays more on the character's chest, but it still works. So now the question is, what eyebrows do we want? The interesting thing is, the characters in Girl of Cyclones don't have eyebrows. So, 4 makes her look really cute. I like 4. You know what? I don't think I need to look through the rest. I like the color of 4. We don't need to worry about decals because the decals, they're like hearts on there. It's like a spade or like a dragon on their face. So it's like that kind of stuff. So Miytria's skin color, I mean, she's decently pale. So I feel like the neutral skin color wouldn't really be that bad for her. So either neutral or like the second one. So that's like the whole neutral. I think we can go with that. So we need both eyes to be set as the same color. You can make it where that's not the case. And what we are going to be working with is the color green. So she has lighter green eyes. I feel like that's too dark, and that's definitely too dark. So that's like that perfect area right there. The characters don't have the blacks in their eyes, so there's not, you know, that's not technically accurate, but at the same time, this is in the SAO GGO style, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the hairs. So, you know, you got a nice brown colors that we aren't going to use. That's a nice color, but again, it is not a blonde. So, one thing about Miytria is her hair is very, very yellow. Like, it's not necessarily blonde, but it's more so like a bright yellowish color. Which it doesn't seem like they really have too much of that, because the yellow also starts turning into green. I mean, it looks nice, but see, that's the thing. Her hair is more of like a honey yellow color. So stuff like this, that's not gonna work. Do they actually have like more RSD color though? I mean, they kind of do, but I don't think I can really make RSD because they don't have her hair color. I mean, translated, that's pretty close. But granted, I'd want it brighter. So I'll put this on the table. I'm thinking. I think this is the closest we can get. Oh, okay. So I think we're gonna go for that. But we could also go for that. But see, I also want it to look more natural, too. So it could be this color, or it can be this color. Now, this one is brighter, it's more yellow, it's more cartoony, actually, in my opinion. And this one is more realistic. Let me know in the comments, which one would you choose for Miytria? It's tough. It is a little tough for me, because I like both of them, but I can only have the one. So it's a question of, it's the Smash Bros question, right? It's the Smash 4 question. Do you want to go with Smash Bros Brawl, where it's more realistic, or Smash 4, where it's more cartoony? And I feel like this looks a little bit more cartoony because it's not as shimmering. But again, in this world, she would be the realistic counterpart. So... you know what? I'm going for accuracy. The other one, it looks a little bit better, but this shows more of the really, really yellow hair color, because she's not blonde, necessarily. Because blonde is more, it has a little bit more brown in it. Not necessarily all the time, but she's like more of pure yellow is what her hair is. So I think that's what we should go with. I mean, we could. I wasn't going to. So that's the hair color we went with. So essentially, we could do that. Or, we could... yeah, that's what I meant to do. We could do... that. Which that does actually look pretty nice. Yeah, so we can have best of both worlds. I mean, less is better, but at the same time... but the reason less is better is mainly because of the customization options. But there's been a few customization options we're not going to use. Like, we're not going to change the eyebrow color. I think that's fine. She doesn't wear lipstick or makeup, so we don't have to worry about any of that. So, in reality... even though I wasn't going to use the highlight, we didn't use decal, we didn't use a lot of the body proportion stuff. Granted, we changed the eyes, we changed the eyebrows, we changed the face around, but we didn't really change that much. So what about the voice? You know, I've never had a set voice for Miytria, though. I don't know what Miytria would really sound like because I've never actually... she hasn't had a voice. She hasn't spoken. She's all in writing. So this will really say, how would I portray her voice? That scream was decent, though. Cause see, I would go, I'm going more for like a more so innocent, cutesy kind of thing. Oddly enough, Miytria is supposed to be a pacifist, so her being in a game with a bunch of guns is a little off-putting for her character, but we're just gonna put that part aside. I think one does her justice, though. I think we're gonna go with the regular set. Now you can actually create data. I don't know. Here's the weird thing, though. I've tried this, and anytime I leave, it doesn't work. So I don't know. Yeah, are you sure about wanting to overwrite this data? So it's saying, hey, it's saving, but you look and it's not. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why it doesn't save. If somebody does know, please let me know. So that, granted, that is the whole character customization, but the question is, will Miytria actually work? But of course, first we have to, we have to go into the player name and name her. So we're not going to put her last name. She could probably stand to be a little bit shorter, but this is what she looks like in SAO GGO for right now. And granted, I'll... Alright, Spade Adventurers, I made a tiny little mistake when recording the Miytria the whole Miytria character creation. So I went back, created her again. Now, my fault was that I went to name her, and me being silly, I didn't actually name her, but what I did was I named her player instead of Miytria. So I went back, added all of the stuff, same exact thing, and same exact stuff, just like I did for Icicle. I know that this works, and I realized I also didn't play any emotes. So yeah, let's do that. Not what I was expecting, to be honest, but I'm looking for like a nice little big smile. Oh, that confident Miytria right there. I like that. I like. You're being like, no, I'm good. That was more Weiss though. I saw Weiss in that. Weisschnee. Are we gonna see any cute like? No, we're. Miytria's like, no, nah. Listen. You're Miytria versus me. We're two different people. Like, you know, she's like a different dimensional Miytria. But I know, right? Even she's shocked. She's still shocked. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get to see what I wanted to see, but she looks pretty awesome. And I showed my sister, and she said the only thing that doesn't really match is the fact that, you know, the braid is there, and I noticed there's a little pin in the hair, but, you know, you kind of have to live with certain things. So now, we are actually going to name her Miytria. Okay, Miytria. Here we go. I've wrote her name so many times. I already know how to spell it. I don't need to spell check. I could put her last name, which is Mulala. If you didn't know, Mulala. So that's her full name, Miytria Mulala. So if you didn't know, you can't have that. But they will use the name in the dialogue, so I don't want them to say Miytria Mulala every single time because it's too formal. But we are going to use Miytria. There we go. So we're now on the third slot instead of the fourth. Which I was originally like, oh, what if I do this on the third slot, and then I have the playthrough on the third slot, like just jokingly, but so now we're actually also, I'm gonna let all the stuff play so that you can see what does the cutscene look like with Miytria. Originally I skipped that because it said the name player, but I decided to put it in. So guys are gonna see that in a little bit, and I am unfortunately gonna have to stream like right after, but that's okay because we have everything set, we have everything ready, everything prepared. So when I do go to record the episode, actually, you know what? I will record the episode right away because I don't have to stream until 1 and it's 11:11 a.m. So very fittingly, makes it very easy to say. So unfortunately, I didn't get to change the hands like I wanted to, but at the same time, oh my god, she's so cute! Oh, she's so cute, guys. I'm crying. Motor, don't ruin this moment. No, person outside, don't ruin this moment. Creator to character moments are very pure, and oh my god, she's so wholesome. I love it. It translated. The innocence translated. Oh my gosh, it's so great. The innocence translated, guys. Miytria is now an SAO. That's pretty crazy. Now I probably will upload the Icicle episode just so that you guys can see what my original creation would have been had it not actually been Miytria. Which I think is pretty cool. But I really like how she turned out, and I want to see more of this character creation. Just to see, hey, what can I do? You know, with the right set of eyes, with the right face, with the right for everything, you can really make something really nice, really good looking. So of course Miytria wouldn't know who she is. Even though the character does, we are using a Miytria avatar. She's from Girl Of Cyclones. Yeah, I won't be reading this either. So, yeah, you're still the same old Miytria, the innocent Miytria. It's true. It really is. I don't know if there's going to be like any relationships, but do remember, this isn't like sponsored. This isn't a crossover. This isn't like canon for either series. It's just a fun little thing that I'm doing. So here we go. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, so this is Miytria's first VR MMO. Do excuse me if I do skip a lot of this, but I'm gonna let you guys read it. And since we're showing all the stuff, I'm gonna say it's okay. I did my research because you guys are gonna be able to see that anyway. Okay, so there's that new quest, and then just to prove it to you, just to prove that Miytria works, I've already done this once, but if you do want to play as Miytria, feel free. I mean, if you do any playthrough stuff or recording stuff, make sure to talk about my channel right there. Credit me for the creation of Miytria. But yeah, see, so that's what's actually supposed to happen, which is what we're gonna do in the next episode. Which is pretty awesome. Miytria is now a part of this Let's Play, which is kind of weird but kind of cool at the same time. So we'll see what happens with that, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, apparently Google Chrome on my computer is now at the very end of the taskbar. I didn't move it there. I didn't move Google Chrome there. I have no idea. But keep your toes safe, show us with your iguana, and see you later. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, you can go to the right of the screen to find more SGP videos, as well as some SGO videos, and to the left, you can find the subscription button for SGP and SGO. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye!